Hello everyone, hope all are doing good. So today we are going to study the 14th lesson, the sky. The sky. So everyone might have seen the sky, isn't it? And have you watched sky in the evening? Yes, you will see some stars here and there. Then in the hazy sky. So you might be able to see some stars in the hazy sky. So what do you mean by this hazy sky? Hazy means not clear. So not clear. So, mainly in the evening you can see stars here and there in the hazy sky. When the sky becomes clear, you can see countless stars. So, when the sky becomes clear, you can see countless stars, and you will also be able to see the shooting stars. So during the evening, when you look at the sky, you can see the shooting stars also. So it is, and you know that it is day when the sun rises. So you know that when the sun rises, it is day, and it is night when the sun sets. So the moon is seen at the night. So you can see moon at the night. So today in this lesson, we will find how these changes takes place in the sky. So first we will study about the sun and its family. So what is the sun and its family? So sun and its family is known as the solar system. So sun and its family is known as the solar system. Is known as the solar system. So sun and its family is known as the solar system, and it comprises of 8 planets, 173 satellites, thousands of asteroids, meteoroids and comets. So the sun and its family is known as the solar system, and this solar system comprises of 8 planets. So you have studied that. How many planets are there? Yes, 8 planets are there. Then 173 satellites, then thousands of asteroids, then meteoroids and comets. So this comprises of the solar system. So sun, the 8 planet, 173 satellite, thousands of asteroids, meteoroids and comets together forms the solar system. So we will study one by one. So first we will study about the sun. So the first one is the sun. So sun is a star. So you know that sun is also a star, and it is closer to the earth than any other star. So the sun is closer to the earth than any other star. Therefore it looks bigger and brighter than all other stars. So because this sun is closer to the earth, that is why we feel, or it looks like bigger and brighter than any other stars. And it is the center of the solar system. So if you are taking a solar system, the sun will be at the center. So sun will be at the center. So it is the center of the solar system, and it exerts a gravitational pull on all its members which orbit around it. So the sun exerts a gravitational pull to all its members. So the sun will exert a gravitational pull of other members of the solar system. So what do you mean by this gravitational pull? Gravitational pull means it is a force of attraction. So force of attraction is known as gravitational pull. So the sun, it exerts a gravitational pull on all its members which orbit around it. So this sun provides light and heat to us. So you know that sun provides light and heat to us. It appears to rise in the east and set in the west. So in smaller classes you have studied sun rises in the east and sets in the west. And the heat and light of the sun is essential for human beings, plants and animals. So the heat and light of the sun is very important for human beings, plants and animals. So we need sunlight is essential for human beings, plants and animals. So sunlight is very essential or very important for human beings, plants and animals. So sun is also a star. It is closer to the earth. That is why we are feeling that it looks like bigger and brighter. Then you know that the sun lies in the center of the solar system, and the sun exerts a gravitational pull on all its members. So gravitational pull means it's a force of attraction. Then the sun provides light and heat to us, and you have studied that it rises in the east and sets in the west, and the heat and light of the sun is very essential for human beings, plants and animals. So next we will study about planets. And already I told you how many planets are there? Yes, 8 planets are there. And what are they? The first planet is the Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. These are the 8 planets. And what are they? They are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. These are the 8 planets. So what are these planets? So a celestial body orbiting around the sun along an elliptical orbit is called a planet. So what is a planet? A planet is a celestial body. Celestial body means the object in the sky or object in the space is known as the celestial body. So celestial body orbiting around the sun. So already I told you sun will be at the center and other planets will be rotating or orbiting around the sun. So celestial body orbiting around the sun along an elliptical orbit. So elliptical orbit means oval-shaped orbit. Oval-shaped orbits are not oval-shaped path is known as elliptical orbit. So what is a planet? A celestial body orbiting around the sun along an elliptical orbit is called a planet. So what is an elliptical orbit? Oval-shaped path. Oval-shaped path is known as elliptical orbit. So what is a planet? A celestial body orbiting around the sun along an elliptical orbit is called as a planet. And every planet has its own path of movement which is known as the orbit. So every planet, so if you are taking a Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune, every planet has their own path of movement and it is known as the orbit. So every planet will be having their own path of movement and that is known as the orbit. The Earth also has its own orbit. So you know that our planet, the planet which we are living is the Earth. So Earth is also having its own orbit. And these planets are non-luminous body. The planets are non-luminous body. So what do you mean by this non-luminous? Yes, non-luminous means they are not able to produce light. So if you are taking in case of sun and stars, you know that they can produce light, isn't it? Or they shines. But if you are taking in the case of planets, they are not able to produce light or they are not able to shine. So that is why the planets are non-luminous body. So planets are non-luminous body. They receive light and heat from the sun. So in the center, sun will be there. In the center, sun will be there. So they will get or they will receive the light and heat from the sun. So this is about the planets. So what is a planet? A celestial body orbiting around the sun along an elliptical orbit is known as the planet, and every planet has its own path of movement known as the orbit. So this is known as the orbit, and the Earth also has its own orbit. The planets are non-luminous bodies. So planets are non-luminous. What do you mean by non-luminous? Yes, they cannot produce light. They receive light and heat from the sun. So we will study the each planets one by one. So which is the first planet? Yes, the Mercury is the first planet. So this Mercury is the nearest planet to the Sun. So when you are taking a solar system, already I told you the Sun will be at the center, and the first planet is the Mercury. The first planet is the Mercury, and this Mercury is the nearest planet to the Sun. So Mercury is the nearest planet to the Sun. It has no water and it is the hottest planet, and this Mercury does not have water and it is the hottest planet. And why it is hottest planet? Yes, because it is closer to the Sun. So because it is closer to the Sun, Mercury is the hottest planet. So it has a dry climatic condition. Because it is the hottest planet, the climatic condition of the planet is dry. So it has a dry climatic condition. It has rock surfaces, large craters and mountains. And this Mercury has rock surfaces. So the Mercury has rock surface, then large craters. Large craters means large holes. So large holes are there, then mountains are also there in the Mercury. It revolves around the Sun faster than any other planet, and this Mercury revolves around the Sun faster than any other planet, and this Mercury is brown in color. So what is the color of this planet Mercury? Yes, brown in color. So this is about the Mercury. So Mercury is the nearest planet to the Sun, and it is the first planet in the solar system, and it has no water, and it is the hottest planet because it is closer to the Sun. It is the hottest planet and it is having a dry climatic condition, and this Mercury contains rock surfaces, large craters. Craters means holes, then mountains. Then it revolves around the Sun faster than any other planet. So it revolves around the Sun faster than any other planet, and it is brown in color. So this is about the Mercury. And which is the second planet? Yes, the second planet is the Venus. So Venus is the second planet. So next you can see the Venus. So Venus is the second planet. Venus is the second planet from the Sun and smaller than the Earth. So Venus is the second planet and it is smaller than the Earth. And it is the brightest planet in the solar system. So this Venus is the brightest planet in the solar system. It is also known as morning star, silver star and evening star. So this is about the Venus. So already I told you Venus is the second planet in the solar system and it is smaller than the Earth, and this is the brightest planet. Venus is the brightest planet in the solar system, and it is also, Venus is also known as morning star, silver star and evening star. So this is about the Venus. So which is the third planet? Yes, the third planet is the Earth. So Earth is the planet that we live. So we will study more about, or detailed study of Earth is done in this lesson. So next we will study about the Earth, the third planet. So Earth is our home. The Earth is our home. Why we are telling it Earth is our home? Yes, we are living in the planet Earth. So Earth is our home and it is a unique planet in the solar system. And it is a unique planet. Why it is called as unique planet? Yes, you can see life only in the planet Earth. So life is possible only in the Earth. That is why it is known as a unique planet. And it occupies the third place from the Sun, or it occupies the third place in the solar system. So already I told you Earth occupies the third place in the solar system, and it is the only planet of the solar system where there is a life, because it has an ideal condition of life such as temperature, water and suitable atmosphere which support life, gases. With life supporting gases. So already I told you life is possible only in the planet Earth, or you can see life only in the planet Earth. Why? Means because it is an ideal, because Earth is an ideal condition for life, because it has which has a suitable temperature, water and suitable atmosphere with life supporting gases. Then this is about the planet Earth. So already I told you Earth is our home and it is a unique planet. Why it is a unique planet? Because life is possible, or life is possible only in the planet Earth. Why life is possible? Because it has a suitable atmosphere, it has a suitable temperature, it has water, the Earth has water. So that is why Earth is a unique planet. So we will study about the detailed study of the Earth. So next we will study about the shape of the Earth. So what is the shape of the Earth? So next is the shape of the Earth. So it is confirmed by the scientists that Earth is slightly flattened at the poles and bulged at the equator, and such a shape is called geoid. Geoid means the Earth shape. So the scientist is confirming that the Earth is slightly flattened at the poles. It will be slightly flattened at the poles. So poles means the North Pole and the South Pole. So we have two poles, that is the North Pole and the South Pole. So Earth is slightly flattened at the poles and bulged at the equator. So bulged at the equator. So this is the equator. The line that is passing through the Earth is known as the equator, and it is bulged towards the equator. So this shape is known as the geoid. This shape is known as the geoid. So what is the shape of the Earth? The Earth is geoid in shape. So it is confirmed by the scientists that the Earth is slightly flattened at the poles. So Earth is slightly flattened at the poles and bulging at the equator. Bulging at the equator. Such a shape is called geoid. So what is the shape of the Earth? Yes, Earth is geoid in shape, and it denotes the Earth is not completely round or circular shape. So we can confirm this, that the Earth is not a round or circular in shape. So Earth is not completely round or circular in shape. Earth is geoid in shape. Geoid means what? Yes, flattened at the poles, flattened at the poles and bulged at the equator. Bulged at the equator is known as the geoid. So geoid is the shape of the Earth, and it is denoted that Earth is not completely round or circular in shape. So Earth is not completely round or circular. It is geoid in shape. So this is about the shapes of the Earth. So next we will study about the size of the Earth. Size of the Earth. So next is the size of the Earth. The Earth is the fifth largest planet in the solar system. So Earth is the fifth largest planet in the solar system. Its equator diameter is 12,757 km and the polar diameter is 12,714 km. So the equatorial, so this is the equatorial. So the equatorial diameter of the Earth is 12,757 km and the polar diameter is 12,714 km. So this shows that polar diameter is less than the equatorial diameter by 43 km. So by this calculation we can understand that polar diameter is less than the equatorial diameter by 43 km. It denotes that Earth is spherical in shape. The total surface of the Earth is 510 million square kilometers. So it is denoted that the Earth is spherical in shape and the total surface area of the Earth is 510 million square kilometers. So this is about the size of the Earth. So in size of the Earth is the fifth largest planet in the solar system, and the equatorial diameter is 12,757 km and the polar diameter is 12,714 km. So this is about the size of the Earth. So next we will study about the movement of earth. So how this earth moves. So the earth has two movements. So earth has two movements. They are rotation and revolution. So what are the two movements? Yes, they are rotation and revolution. The earth spins continuously on its axis from west to east. So the earth spins continuously on its axis from west to east. This is called rotation. So when the earth is spinning on its axis from west to east, it is known as rotation, and earth also revolves around the sun along its orbit. It is known as revolution. So when the earth is revolving round the sun, it is known as a revolution. So how many movements are there for earth? Yes, earth has two movements. They are rotation and revolution. So what is rotation? Yes, the earth spins continuously along its axis. The earth will move along its axis from west to east. That is known as rotation. And the earth will revolve around the sun along its orbit. That is known as revolution. The earth continues to rotate on its axis while it is in revolving around the sun. So the earth will continue to revolve around its axis when it revolving the sun. So this is about the movement of the earth. So remember that there are two movements of earth. They are rotation and revolution. So when the earth rotates along its axis from west to east, that is known as rotation. And when the earth moves around or rotates or revolves around the sun, it is known as the revolution. So this is about the movement of earth. So next we will study about day and night. So how you know about what is day and what is night. So how this day and night happens. So during the earth's rotation, one side of the earth faces the sun and receives light. So when the earth is rotating, one side of the earth will be facing the sun, and that side will receive the light. So in the picture you can see that. So during the earth's rotation, one side of the earth faces the sun. So one side of the earth will faces the light, and that part will receive the and that part is considered as the day. And the other side of the earth does not receive the light and has night or dark. So that is how day and night happens. So during the earth rotation, one side of the earth faces the sun. So one side of the earth will be facing the sun. So that's why that part will be day or light, and the other side will be dark or they will not receive light, and that side will be night or dark. Since the earth rotates from west to east, the sun appears to rise the east and sets in the west. So the sun rotates from west to east, so the sun appears to rise in the east and sets in the west. So far we have learned about the earth, which is the third planet. So we will continue with the other planets. So you know that first we have studied about Mercury, which is the first planet. Then we have studied about the Venus, which is the second planet. Then third planet is the earth, which we have studied in more detail. So next planet is the Mars. The fourth planet is the Mars. So Mars is the fourth planet from the sun, and it is also known as the red planet. So Mars is the fourth planet from the sun, and Mars is also known as the red planet. Its red soil is formed because of the iron oxide. Because the soil of the Mars is red because of the iron oxide. It has a huge volcanic craters, giant canyons and canals. So this Mars has volcanic craters, volcanic holes are there. Then great canyons. Canyon means valleys. Valleys are known as canyons. So giant canyons are there. Then canals are also there in Mars. Then the canals are now as dry as dust. Thus it looks like a desert. So the canals of the Mars is dry as dust. So thus it looks like a desert. So that's all about the fourth fourth planet, the Mars. So Mars is the fourth planet, also known as the red planet. The soil in the Mars is red because of the presence of iron oxide, and this Mars has volcanic craters, giant canyons are there, then canals are also there. The canals are now as dry as dust, so that it appears like a desert. So this is about the Mars. So which is the next planet? Yes, the next planet is the Jupiter. Jupiter is the next planet. Jupiter is the fifth planet from the Sun, and it is the largest planet in the solar system. So Jupiter is the fifth planet, and it is the largest planet in the solar system. It is 100 times bigger than the Earth. So the Jupiter is 100 times bigger than the Earth. It is a gaseous giant planet. So this Jupiter is a gaseous giant planet. Gaseous means gas. So this Jupiter is rich in gases. So it has a great red spot. It is the 3 times of the size of the Earth. So it is 3 times the size of the Earth, and there are thin, icy and dusty rings around the planet. So Jupiter is having a thin, icy. Jupiter is having a thin, icy and dusty ring. So that ring is present in the Jupiter. So there is a thin, icy and dusty ring around this planet. So there is a thin, icy and dusty ring around the planet Jupiter. So this is about the Jupiter. Jupiter is the fifth planet from the Sun, and it is the largest planet in the solar system, and it is 100 times bigger than the Earth. And this Jupiter contains gaseous is a gaseous giant planet. So then it also contains a great red spot. So this is about the Jupiter. The next planet is the Saturn. So Saturn is the sixth planet. So it is the sixth planet from the Sun, and it is the second largest planet in the solar system. So Saturn is the second largest planet in the solar system. Which is the first largest? Yes, Jupiter is the first largest planet, and Saturn is the second largest planet in the solar system. Then it also has many made up of gas. So this Saturn is also made up of gases. It has thousands of rings of ice, rocks and dust. So that is why it looks beautiful and attractive. So this Saturn is also having a ring around the planet. So Saturn is also having a ring around the planet. That is why it looks beautiful and attractive. So Saturn is the sixth planet from the Sun, and it is the second largest planet in the solar system. So which is the first largest planet? Yes, Jupiter is the first largest planet, and Saturn is the second largest planet. And this Saturn is also made up of rings. Are made up of rings of ice, rocks and dust. That is why it looks beautiful and attractive. So the Saturn is also having a ring, so that it looks beautiful and attractive. So this is about the Saturn. The next one is which is the next planet? Yes, next is the Uranus. Uranus is the seventh planet from the Sun. Like Jupiter and Saturn, it is also made up of gases. So Uranus is also made up of gases. It is seen as a blue-green disk. So this Uranus appears to be like a blue-green disk. It has rings which are opaque. So this Uranus also have a ring which is opaque. Opaque means what? Yes, it is like light. Opaque means light. It is covered by thick clouds. So Uranus is covered by thick clouds. So this is about the Uranus. Uranus is the seventh planet from the Sun, and like Jupiter and Saturn, it is also made up of gases. It is seen as blue-green disk. So it is Uranus appears like blue-green disk. It has a ring which are opaque. It is covered by thick clouds. And which is the last planet? Yes, the last planet is the Neptune, and Neptune is the eighth planet from the Sun. So Neptune, it is the eighth planet from the Sun. Its composition is also similar to that of Uranus. then its color is bright blue. So the Neptune is bright blue in color. It is one of the coldest planet in the solar system due to its great distance from the sun. Because it is far away from the sun, the Neptune is the coldest planet. Because it is far away from the sun, it is the coldest planet. So Neptune is the last planet or the 8th planet from the sun. Its composition is also similar to that of Uranus, and it is bright blue in color. Then it is one of the coldest planet in the solar system because of its long distance from the sun. Because it is far away from the sun, Neptune is the coldest planet. And which is the hottest planet, children? Yes, Mercury is the hottest planet because it is closer to the sun. It is the hottest planet, and the coldest planet is the Neptune. So this is about the planets. So this is about the planets. We have studied that there are 8 planets. The first one is the Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. And in this we know that we live or life exists in the planet Earth, and Earth is our home. So that we have studied in more in detail about Earth. So this is about the planets. So that's all. Before winding up, we will just go for a quick recap. So in this lesson, first we have studied about the solar system. The sun and its family is known as the solar system. That is, there are 8 planets, then 8 planets, 173 satellites, thousands of asteroids, meteoroids and comets, and sun together forms the solar system. So first we have studied about the sun. Already I told you sun is also a star, and it is closer to the earth. That's why we feel it as bigger and brighter. Then the sun exerts a gravitational pull on all its members. Then sun provides heat and light to all human beings, plants, animals, everything. Then we have studied about planets. We have studied that there are 8 planets. They are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. So Mercury is the first one. The Mercury is the nearest planet to the sun. It has no water and it is the hottest planet. Then the climatic condition of the Mercury is dry. Then we have studied about the Venus, and Venus is the second planet, and it is the smaller than the Earth, and it is the brightest planet in the solar system. And Venus is also known as morning star, silver star and evening star. Then we have studied about the Earth. The home that which we live in, and the Earth, it is a unique planet because life exists only on Earth because of its suitable temperature, because of its water is present, and because of the atmospheric condition, life is possible only on Earth. Then we have studied about the shape of the Earth. The shape of the Earth is geoid. That means flattened at the poles and bulged at the equator. Then we have studied about the size of the Earth. Earth is the 5th largest planet in the solar system. Then we have studied about the movement of Earth. There are 2 movements, that is rotation and revolution. Then we have studied about the day and night. And during the Earth's rotation, one side of the Earth faces the sun. When the one side faces the sun, that side will be light or day, and the other side will be dark or night. So that is about the day and night. Then we have studied about the other planets, that is the Mars. After Earth, then comes the Mars. Mars is the 4th planet in the solar system, and this Mars is also known as the red planet. Then we have studied about the Jupiter. Jupiter is the 5th planet, and it is the largest planet in the solar system, and it is 100 times bigger than the Earth. Then we have studied about the Saturn. Saturn is the 6th planet in the solar system, and it is the 2nd largest planet in the solar system. Then this Saturn is also made up of gases, and it also has a ring around the planet. Then Uranus is the 7th planet in the solar system, and what is it? Yes, Saturn is also made up of, this Uranus is also made up of gases. Then we have studied about the Neptune. Neptune is the 8th planet from the Sun, and it is also similar to composition is similar to that of Uranus, and it is bright blue in color, and it is the coldest planet in the solar system because of its long distance from the Sun. Because it is far away from the Sun, it is the coldest planet in the solar system. So that's all for the first part of the lesson, the sky. The second part will be continued in the next class. Thank you, children.